Hi everyone, welcome to Homeschooling SAT Prep channel. Today we are going to start part 3 of percentage chapter. Here we are going to take some data interpretation question related to percentage chapter. So here we are going to read about four concepts related to percentage. The first concept is pie chart, second one is bar graph, the third one is line graph, and the fourth one is data table. So there are four concepts here. We will take each and every concept one by one and we will solve one question after every concept. So let's go. So this is a pie chart. We can also call it as a circle graph. So this is an and a pie chart can be divided into various slices. As we can see here in the figure, a pie chart is divided into four slices, one, two, three, four. It can be divided into n number of slices like a pizza slice. Okay, so each slice would cover a particular percentage area of that whole pie. Like this slice cover 8% area of this whole pie. Similarly, this slice hold 47% and this slice hold 34% area of the whole pie. And and all the slices will hold 100%. So if we add the percentage of area of all the slices, it would be equivalent to 100%. One more thing that we have to remember that this is a pie or a circle, and we have read in the circle chapter that the central angle subtended by a circle is how much? 360 degree. So, so as we know that every slice has some area, so for 100% of the area it subtends 360 degree. So for 1%, how much it is going to subtend? Each slice one, if let's say this slice is of 1%, so it would be 360 divided by 100, that is equal to 3.6 per 3.6 degree. So you have to remember that. You have to remember two things here. Sum of all the slices would be 100%. Sum of all the slices in a pie is 100%, and every percent would subtend 3.6 degree. So if it is 8%, so it would be 8 into 3.6. So now let's take an example here. This is a pie chart here. It is saying that the projected US federal tax reserve in 2015 was $3.2 trillion. So the whole pie is of $3.2 trillion. And these are the various sources from where the tax has been collected. So 47% of the federal tax revenue came from personal income tax. Similarly, payroll taxes contributed 34% into for federal tax revenue. Similarly, other taxes 8% and corporate tax we don't know. So let's find what is the central angle here and what is the percentage here. So as I've told you that the sum of all the slices would be 100%. So so corporate tax, personal income tax, payroll tax, and other taxes, sum of all of them would be 100%. So what would be x? X would be 100 minus 47 plus 34 plus 8. So that would be 47 plus 8, that would be 55. 55 plus 34, that would be 89. So 100 minus 89. So that would be 11%. So we know that the whole pie is $3.2 trillion dollars and corporate tax contribute only 11%. So 11% of $3.2 trillion dollars would be $352 billion dollars. Similarly, if you have to find the central angle subtended by it, for 1% it is 3.6 degrees. So X was how many percent? 11%. So it was 11%. So what is the central angle subtended by corporate tax? Would be 11 into 3.6. That would be 39.6 degree. Now let's take one more question here. So in the pie chart below, there are 72 students with SAT scores between 510 and 600. How many of them scored above 700? So this is your whole pie chart. It is divided into 5 slices, as you can see here. This is the percentage of the slice. Okay, these are the percentage, and this is the marks. So 20. So this is the marks range: 610 to 700, 710 to 800, 200 to 400 marks, 400 to 500 marks, and 510 to 600 marks. So in the question, it is said that there are 72 students with SAT score between 510 and 600. So it the area of the pie was 30%, and the range which was given here was 510 to 6. So the number of students given in the question is 72. So now we know that 30% area has 72. So so 10% would be how much? 10% would be 72 divided by 3, that would be 24. Similarly, 100%, if that would be 10% is 24, so 100% would be 24 into 10, that would be 240. So the total number of students would be how much? Total students would be 240. So we have to find how many of them have scored above 100, sorry, above 700. So let's see, this one is this pie has this slice. So how many of them have? So first we have to find X. So how we can find X? So the sum of all the slices would be, the percentage of all the slices would be 100%. So 25 plus 30, 55, 55 plus 15, 70, plus 10, 90. So 70 plus 10, 80. So this one would be, X would be 20, 100 minus 80, that would be 20%. So we have, so as we have, as you already know, 10% is 24. So 20% would be twice of 24, that would be 48. So 20% would be 48. So 48 is going to be your answer. Now moving to the next part of the question. If 20% of the students with SAT score from 610 to 700 receive college scholarship, how many students with SAT math score from 610 to 700 received scholarship? So he is saying that 610 to 610 to 700. So what we can do, 25% would be how much? As we know, 20% of this we have to find. So 20% of 25% of total students, because this pie shows 25% of total number of students, and we have, and from them 20% of them got scholarship. So that would be 20 by 100, or it can be written as 1 by 5, 25%, that would be 1 by 4 of total is 240. So 6 times 6 fours are 24, 6 fours are 24, and this one would be 60. So it would be 12. 12 5 times 60. So this one would be 12. So your answer would be, so the first part, the answer was 48, and the answer of this one is 12. So your option B would be correct. There's one more part to this question is, what is the central angle corresponding to the student scored from 200 to 500? So corresponding central angle, that is 200 to 500. So what is to that would be 200 to 500. So we will have to find, because this is from 200 to 400 and this one is 410 to 500. So we have to find this angle. So as we know, 1% is equal to 3.6. This one would be 10 plus 15. That would be 25% would be 3.6 into 25. That would be 90 degree. So this one would be 90 degree. Now let's move to the next type of question, that is bar graph. So as we can see, this is your bar graph here. A bar graph compares similar items, similar category of item using rectangular bar. The base of the bar has a non-numerical label. As you can see, this is a non-numerical, the base has a non-numerical label. So it shows the name of various high school seniors, and the other axis shows the number of colleges applied to. So this is the numerical, the height or length of each bar represent a numerical amount associated with the category. So this summarizes that the number of different college to which 5 high school senior applied for an admission. So Jill applied for 6 number, as we can see, corresponding to this graph is 6. So Jill applied for 6 colleges. Sarah applied for 3 colleges because it is between 2 and 4, so it is 3. Tom applied for 0 colleges. Sam applied for 1 college, and Noah applied for 7 colleges. So the average number of college applied to per student would be, so we will take sum of all of them. That would be 6 plus 3 plus Jill 6, Sarah 3, 0 plus 0, Tom is 0, Sam is 1, and Noah is 7. Sorry, there is a mistake here. This is going to be 7. So 7 plus 3, that would be 17 by 5. So 5 3 times and 23.4 colleges per student. So that was going to be your average. Now let's take a question on this. The bar graph shows the number of US household with laptop computers from the year 2010 to 2014. So these are the number of years, and the number of households in millions it is given, and each year, as we can see, the number of household having laptops are increasing, as we can see here. So in question it is said that they are asking that what are the percent of increase in the number of household with laptops from 2010 to 2014. So the base year is 2010. So as we can see, so that so we can find 2014 minus 2010, and the base year is 2010. So this will be 2010 into 100. So what is the value here is for 2014 is 100, and for 2010 is 40 divided by 40 into 100. So this would be 60 by 40 into 100. So that is going to be 3 by 2 or, or 150. If you multiply it by 100, so this would be 150%. So the increase from 2010 to 2014 is 150%. The greatest percent of increase in the number of household with laptop occurred in which 2 years? So we have to find in which 2 year the has the highest percentage of increase in laptop. So if we go through the diagram, we can see between 2010 and 11 there was an increase of 15 million, and between 2011 and 12 there was an increase of 10 million. 2012 and 13 there was an increase of 15, because 80 minus 65, that would be 50. And between 2013 and 14 there was an increase of 20 million. So a lot of students would answer that the highest increase was between 2013 and 14, but this is a wrong approach. Never approach a question like this. Always try to solve it. It might look from the graph, it might look that from the graph that the highest increase was between 2013 and 14, but if you find in percentage, your answer would be completely different. So let's solve all of them one by one. Okay, so let's take for the 2010 to 2011. So in 2011 it was 55. 2010 to 2011, 55 minus 40 was the base here, so 40 into 100. So 15 by 40 into 100. So it would be, let me calculate, it would be somewhere around 37.5% increase. So in 2010 and 11 the increase was 37.5. Now let's find for 2011 and 2012. So 65 minus 55 is your base here into 100. So this one would be, let me put it on the calculator. It would be 18.18%. For 2013 to 2000, sorry, 2012 to 2013, it is 80 minus 65. 2013 it is 80 minus 65 by 65. It would be 15 into 100. So that would be 15 divided by 65 into 100, 23.08%. Now let's take 2013 to 2014. In 2014 it was 100. The base here is 2030, that is 80 divided by 80 into 100. So 21 by 80, that would be 25%. So if you have just gone, if you have answered your question as per the graph, you would have answered this. But after solving, you can see the highest increase in percentage was between 2010 to 2011. So this is going to be a correct answer. Option D, the percentage increase was 150%. And for the second part of the question, the highest percentage of increase was between 2010 to 2011. So one thing you should always remember, never answer your question as per the diagram or graph. Always try to solve it first, then answer your question. Okay, now let's move to the next question, line graph. In this line graph, as we can see, On x-axis, the months are given: January, Feb, March, April, May. On y-axis, prices of stocks are given. In January, as we can see, the line graph is slanting up. That means the prices are increasing. In Feb, as we can see, the line is a horizontal straight line. That means there is no change in the price. In April, as we can see, the line is moving downwards direction. That means the prices of stocks are decreasing. In line graph, there are two types of line graph. This one, as you can see, for month of January, you have an initial value and a final value. That is 15 during the when during the during the start of January, and at the end of the January, it was 30. There is one more type of line graph. Normally, questions are asked from this type of line graph only. So there is only one value for that particular time. That's like this. In this example, as you can see, for 2010, number of students enrolled in mathematics courses 400. For 2011, there is only one value, that is 700. In 2012, the value is 300. So there are two types of line graph that one has only one value, and the other, in this one, you have initial and final value. Let's take few concepts here of this line graph here. So what is the percentage increase in March? So as we know, there is an initial value and a final value. So for this one, we have to find that what final minus initial value divided by initial value. So we can say that 60, it is final value is 55 minus 30 divided by 30 into 100. So this is the percentage increase here. There's one more thing that can be asked here. So what is the average price increase per month of the stocks? So as we can see, that started from $15 and it ended at somewhere around $75. So so 75 minus $15, and we have to find the average price. So the total number of months are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. January, Feb, March, April, May, 5 months. So divided by 5, that would be $12 per month. Similarly, one more type of question can be asked, that is x, if it is given that x is what percentage more than y, or it is said that the stocks in March is what percentage, sorry, stocks in March is what percentage more than January. So we will write March price minus January price divided by January price. So this is your keyword here. So whatever comes after then would be taken as a base here. Always remember that. We'll solve few more questions on this concepts. You will get a better understanding there. Now coming to the question, as we can, this is a bar, this is a line graph here. On x-axis, the year is given, and on y-axis, the number of students that has enrolled in advanced mathematics course. So the first part of the question says that the percentage increase in the number of seats enrolled in advanced mathematics course from 2010 to 2011. 2010 to 2011 exceeds the percentage exceed what percent, from 2012 to 2013. Okay, so we have to find the percentage increase for these 2 years, for 2010 to 2011. Then we have to find for 2012 to 2013. So for 2010 to 2011, as we know, it was initial, final minus initial, that is 700, and initial was 400 divided by 400. We have just read it in the formula into 100. So this one would be, let me, this one would be 300 by 400 into 100. So 3 by 4, as we have read in the first part of the video, 3 by 4 is 75%. So during 2010 and 11 time period, the number of students enrolled in mathematics course was increased by 75%. Let's find what is the percentage increase, what is the percentage increase or decrease between 2011 and 2013. As we can see, 2000, 2012 and 2013, this graph here. So there it is increasing 2012 to 2013. So the final value was how much? For 2013 it was 500, and 300, 2012 it was 300, so minus 300 divided by 300 and 2. So 2 by 3 into 100. So 200 by 300, so it would be 2 by 3, as we have read. 2 by 3 can be written as 66.67%. As the question says, as question says that these two percentage, 2011, 2010 and 2011 is exceeding by what percentage? So we have to find the difference of both of them. That would be 75% minus 66.67%. So it would be 8.33%. So we have to find approximate value. So it would be around 8%. Now moving to the next part of the question, from 2014 to 2015, the number of students enrolled in advanced mathematics course increased by the same percentage that the student enrolled in advanced mathematics course dropped from 2013 to 2014. So if we take 2015 somewhere here, so if it is increasing by some percentage, so decrease by 2013 to 2014, so decrease from here to here, whatever the percentage it is decreasing in 2015, it will be increased by the same amount, same percent. So let's find the percentage drop in 2013 to 2014. So percentage decrease in 2013 to 2014. So 2014, the value is how much? 500 minus 400. 2013 it is 500 minus 400 divided by initial value. So 2013 is initial here and 2014 is the final value, later value. So it would be divided by 500. So it would be 100 to 100. So 100 by 500 into 100. So it would be 1 by 5. That would be, as we know, 1 by 5 is 20%. So in the question, it is saying that the increase from 2014 to 15 is same to the decrease from 2013 to 14. So 2015 would be, as there would be increase of 20% of in the value of whatever the value of 2014 is. So that is 120% of, because there is an increase 2015, there is an increase by the same amount that has been decreased from 2013 to 2014. So 100 plus 20, that would be 120% of 400. So that would be 400 plus 20% of 100% would be 400, 20% would be 10% is 40, so 20% would be 80. So 480. So option C is going to be a correct answer. Now moving to the next type of data interpretation question, that is data table. As we can see here, gender, there are uh, two types of variables. Here gender is given, male, female, and who are junior and senior in that particular tennis team is given. The first part of the question, it says that the table above shows the composition of a co-ed high school tennis team with total number of 40 members. So total members are 40. What is the percentage of junior female members to female members? So the keyword is junior and female. So we will junior and female. So will intersect it. So 5 is the value. So junior female member are 5 to the female member, and total female members are 15. So 5 divided by 15 into 100. That would be 1 by 3. So that is going to be 33%. In second part of the question, it is given that what is the approximate percentage difference between male and female member. So the so male members are percentage of male members are 25 by 40, um, and we have to find the difference, that is minus female members percentage is 15 by 40. So that is going to be 10 by 40. So we have to find the approximate percentage difference, that would be 1 by 4. So that is going to be 25%. Now, in third part of the question, it says the male members are what percentage more than. So as we have read few slides back, then is the keyword, and thing that is coming after then would be taken as a base. As in as we have read in the basics, x is what percentage more than y, so then y would be taken, because after then y was coming. So here after then female is coming, so female would be taken as a base here. So male males are 25, female are 15 divided by 15 by female, because after then female was there. So this one would be 10 by 15 to 100, that would be 2 by 3. So as we know, 2 by 3 is 66.66%. So your option C is correct here. So if you like the way I teach and want to buy a comprehensive course for SAT exam at a very affordable price, you can download our app from the App Store and start your self-paced preparation from pre-recorded videos provided in the course. My course also includes chapter-wise practice questions along with 20 test series at par with SAT exam. You can find all the links in the description below.